Street Genius, Part 69. Failure itself is a relative concept. If my metric had been to become an, a macho communist revolutionary, then my complete failure to make any money between 2007 and 2008 would have been a revving success. But if, like most people, my metric had been to simply find a first serious job that could pay some bills right out of school, I was a dismal failure. I grew up in a wealthy family. Money was never a problem. On the contrary, I grew up in a wealthy family where money was more than used. I grew up in a wealthy family where money was more often used to avoid problems than solve them. I was again fortunate because this taught me at an early age that making money by itself is a lousy metric for myself. You could make plenty of money and be miserable just as you could be broke and be pretty happy. Therefore, why use money as a means to measure my self worth? Instead, my value was something else. It was freedom. It was freedom, autonomy. The idea of being an entrepreneur had always appealed to me because I hated being told what to do and preferred to do things my way. The idea of working on the internet appealed to me because I could do it from anywhere, work whenever I wanted. I asked myself a simple question: would I rather make decent money and work a job? I hated old play at internet entrepreneur and be broke for a while. The answer was immediate and clear for me, that the latter. I then asked myself, if I tried this thing and fail in a few years and have to get a job anyway, will I have really lost anything? The answer was no. Instead of a broke and unemployed 22-year-old with no experience, would be broke and unemployed 25-year-old with no experience. Who cares? With this value, to not pursue my own projects became the failure. Not a lack of money, not sleeping on friends and family's couches, which I continued to do for the most of the next 2 years, and not an empty resume, not an empty resume. The failure or success paradox. The failure success paradox. When Pablo Picasso was an old man, he was sitting in a cafe in Spain, doodling on a used napkin. He was nonchalant about the whole thing, drawing whatever amused him. In that moment, kind of the same way teenage boys draw penises on the bathroom stalls, except this Picasso on his bathroom stall penises were more like cubist, impressionist, awesomeness laced on top of faint coffee stains. Anyway, some woman sitting near him was looking on in awe. After a few moments, Picasso finished his coffee and crumpled up the napkin to throw away as he left. The woman stopped him. Wait, she said, can I have that napkin you were just drawing on? I'll pay you for it. Sure, Picasso replied, $20,000. The woman's head jolted back as if he had just flung a brick at her. What? It took you like 2 minutes to draw that? and you need $20,000 on it.